Welcome to Headline Simsbury. I'm Karen Handville. The Zoning Commission took final action to approve a controversial proposal for the old pool barn site at its September 15th meeting. It had been vigorously opposed by some neighbors, but was supported by the town's Economic Development Commission. The discussion began with Zoning Chair Robert Pomeroy outlining the proposal.
The applicant has provided a description of the open space and public amenities to be located on the site in a memo by Attorney Smith, including at least specific and safe bicycle and pedestrian access to the abutting trail, construction of a pathway to access the proposed facilities from the trail, 3 bike storage racks, a shelter for bikers and pedestrians during inclement weather, access to the public restroom facilities for users of the trail. While the site historically has been used for a wide variety of uses, including retail sales, manufacturing, and automotive sales and services, the proposed PAD will allow the use of the site for a new mix of uses, including retail, residential, office, and service station. And the PAD will allow for the renovation of the existing 100-year-old barn on the property. Well, it's understood that a portion of the barn will be removed to make room for the patio construction. The largest part of the barn will be renovated and upgraded.
After a discussion and a proposal for some stipulations from the town planner, which included restrictions on hours, lighting, and noise, Chairman Pomeroy summed up the issues and his decision.
This has issues on both sides that are require you to think very long and hard about it. I'm glad we actually had the time to do this and think about it. And we do take very seriously everything said by neighbors and surrounding people. It weighs heavy on us when we have that much public interest. But I also fall into the category of having, as a commission and as a zoning chair, the need to do what's right for the town and for the property owner. And property owners have rights. They do make investments in property, and they have the right to develop. And the only thing stopping Mr. Evans from doing that is the requirement that the Zoning Commission approve this change for him. And so I have to look at it in light of, is this overall the best thing for the town? Is it fair to the owner? And take into consideration the other people that are impacted by all this. And whenever you have this kind of difficult decision to make, someone's going to walk out of the meeting unhappy. That's almost obvious. But I ended up coming down in the same place, that I think to the extent we can, we should put restrictions on the application to best react to the feedback we got from the community, but that I would vote in favor of the project because I think long-term it's better for the town to have that property renovated and productively in use. It's not a dramatic change from the way it was zoned originally. Industrial zone to retail gasoline is not a big stretch for me. May not be what you want across from your house, but the potential was there all along.
The final vote of the commission was 4-2. To see the entire discussion and vote, you can watch the September 15th Zoning Commission meeting on the SCTV website, simsburytv.org. Simsbury police are investigating several residential and commercial burglaries which have occurred in the southern part of town since July. Entry to most of the homes was through locked basement or first-floor windows. They are also investigating 2 attempted nighttime burglaries. Police are asking anyone who sees something suspicious to call the police department at 860-658-3100. If you have specific information regarding the burglaries, you can call Detective Sergeant Tom Sheehan at 860-658-3140. In the meantime, the Simsbury Police Department is offering crime prevention surveys of your home or business. You can call Officer Lauren Devon at 860-658-3131. General crime prevention tips are available on the town's website, www.simsbury-ct.gov/police. Click the Crime Prevention Tips link on the left side of the page. As part of a meth lab investigation, Simsbury police searched the home and later arrested a Simsbury man living at 10D Herman Drive near the airport. Police say they arrested 43-year-old Kenneth Brothers on Wednesday, September 17th, and charged him with possession of drug paraphernalia in a drug factory, possession of marijuana and heroin, and criminal possession of a firearm. Simsbury police say they were assisted with the search, collection, and preliminary testing of evidence by the statewide Narcotics Task Force and the Department of Energy and Environmental Protection. Drug use in Simsbury was the subject of a presentation by Simsbury school resource officers to the town's recently formed Town and School Community Care Committee. Designed to help parents learn and identify drugs, the officers touched on many drugs, including marijuana, prescription drugs, alcohol, ecstasy, and its newer form called Molly. They also discussed heroin use, which Officer Fred Sifodaskalakis, a member of the committee, said was easily available in Simsbury.
And it could be in someone's house in the richest neighborhoods. It could be in someone's house in the poorest of neighborhoods. So I couldn't tell you that you can't, stay away from this area because it could be anywhere. Obviously, if this was a inner city where inner city, where drug dealers are, where the transactions are. In Simsbury, it's not as easy. Avon, it's not as easy out here. But this drug scares me because I'm seeing kids get addicted to this and are overdosing to a point where they're almost at death's door. And it takes a lot to bring them back. It's a very hard drug to get them out of the addiction. As a father, I feel sorry for any parent out there who has a child who's addicted to this, because I'm probably going to say, that they are in. What do I do? And that's what we're hoping that this can help parents do.
The entire Community for Care Committee presentation on what drugs look like, how kids appear when they are on drugs, and where drugs can be hidden can be seen on the SCTV website, simsburytv.org. The committee pointed out that there is a parent's guide to drugs commonly abused by young people that is available at the town's Social Services Department, the Simsbury Police Department, First Selectman's Office, and the Public Library. In the latest tourism news, Simsbury Sites took top honors in the 6 of 12 categories in the Farmington Valley Visitors Association first annual FV Awards for favorite places in the Farmington Valley. The Simsbury Inn was named Best Lodging, Simsbury Farms Best Golf Course, and Tulmeadow Farm Best Ice Cream. Little City took Best Pizza honors, and Abigail's won for Best Finer Dining. In the Best Outdoor Adventure category, Hugh Blind Tower shared the award with the Farmington Valley Trails Council. Categories where Simsbury Sites were not tops were Children's Activity, Historic Site or Museum, Antiques, Place for Coffee or a Snack, Favorite Shopping Area, and Casual Dining Place. While it didn't win top honors, Simsbury's Historical Society's unique collection of antique buildings on a 2-acre site right in the center of town will be the site of a Heritage Day event planned for October 18th. Incoming, Simsbury Historical Society's president Elaine Lang has more.
Fall is back to school and time for learning. Most of the school bells these days are electronic, but in the past, the teacher would ring a bell just like this one. At the Farms Village School, the small stone building you can still see in West Simsbury Center next to Tulmeadow Farm, this specific bell was rung probably in about the 1890s. The school was in operation until 1934, and the building still adds charm to West Simsbury. Fall is time for back to school and back to learning about Simsbury for people of all ages. And the Simsbury Historical Society has some great programming and activities planned to help bring us all back to the fall. On Friday, October 17th, we are going to be hosting Hops on Hop Meadow, a beer tasting social. The event is open to members only, so please make sure you've got your membership up to date. We're offering a special bargain price on new members joining just to attend the event. It will be on that Friday evening at the Phelps Tavern from 5:30 to 8 p.m. and it kicks off a great Heritage Weekend. On Saturday, we're having our annual Heritage Day. This year we'll be featuring an appraisal fair, so definitely consider bringing down some of your items to be looked at by local antique dealers. For more information on that, please contact the Historical Society at 860-658-2500 or check out the website for developing information at simsburyhistory.org. Also featured on Heritage Day will be demonstrations of traditional crafts and handwork. That is going to be helping us kick off our new Simsbury Artisans Guild, who are also going to be hosting a workshop that morning, a bird carving workshop. A bird carving artisan named Bob Moody will be there to demonstrate his craft, and we'll also have a presentation from local avid birder Roger Preston on the birds of Simsbury. It's a great way to come and enjoy our campus. Our buildings are going to be largely open for the day. It's a great chance to come and experience the museum at the Historical Society and a variety of programming for people of all ages. In other news, we're very proud to announce that we have received a grant from the 1772 Foundation and the Connecticut Trust for Historic Preservation to help us replace the roof on Hendricks Cottage, one of our buildings on the museum grounds. We're always looking for donors and volunteers to help us make the most of our beautiful setting. Contact us through the website for more information. Thank you.
In other Simsbury historical news, the Simsbury 1820 House and the Simsbury Main Street Partnership have invited Farmington Valley artists to create a travelogue poster capturing the essence of Simsbury. Winning posters will be reproduced as travelogue posters and used to promote Simsbury as a travel destination. An exhibit of paintings by the 12 finalists will open with a reception on Friday, November 7th. The exhibit continues through December 13th, during which time visitors will be able to vote for their favorites. Just down the street from the 1820 house is another notable historical building, the Simsbury Free Library, which has a number of interesting programs coming up. Sara Hart has the details.
Hi, my name is Sara Hart and I'm the Program Director for the Simsbury Free Library. At the Simsbury Free Library, we offer a variety of different programs and events. All of our programs are open to the public and many of them are free. RSVPs are requested via phone or email. The Simsbury Free Library will also offer the Genealogy Roadshow with our genealogy librarian, Diane LeMay, on Saturday, October 11th from 10 to 2. If you are researching your family tree but don't know where else to look to find your missing ancestors, bring in your tree and Diane can help with deciphering handwriting, French documents, online research, Massachusetts and French Canadian research, and much more. Free to members, $5 for non-members. Have you ever wondered about the beautiful stone arch in Bushnell Park? On Thursday, October 16th, we are headed to Hartford to tour the famous Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Arch. During the tour, we will get to climb the 96 stairs into the arch and see the beautiful angels, as well as an amazing view of the park and the city. After the 12 o'clock tour, we will head to Vito's on the Park for a delicious lunch. $30 for members, $35 for non-members. Space is limited, so please reserve early. The Simsbury Free Library will also feature a talk on the Farmington Canal with local expert Carl Walters on Saturday, October 18th at 1 o'clock. Carl will talk about the social, economic, and engineering history of this attempt to create an inland waterway connecting New Haven to Northampton. Imagine digging an 87-mile-long canal by hand in the early 1800s. Come and learn more about the canal that operated from 1829 to 1847. This program is free for members and $5 for non-members. At the Simsbury Free Library, we love books and movies. We have a drop-in book club on the second Tuesday of every month at 11:15. Feel free to drop in to discuss our featured book when you are in town or see a book that interests you. On October 14th at 11:15, We will be discussing Book of Ages, The Life and Opinions of Jane Franklin by award-winning historian Jill Lepore. Lepore's biography brings Benjamin Franklin's sister Jane to life in a way that illuminates not only this one woman, but an entire world, a world usually lost to history. We present a different documentary or foreign language film on the fourth Thursday of every month at 1. We will show The Hunt on Thursday, September 18th at 1. An Oscar nominee for Best Foreign Film, The Hunt is a disturbing look at what happens when a lie is taken as truth, igniting a witch hunt that threatens to destroy an innocent man's life. This film is free to all. If you haven't been to the Simsbury Free Library before, it's worth a visit. We are open Tuesdays and Thursdays from 11 to 5, and the second and fourth Saturdays of the month from 10 to 2, as well as by appointment. For more information, visit www.simsburyfreelibrary.org, call 860-408-1336, or email us at simsburyfreelibrary@gmail.com.
Simsbury and its relationship to bicycles came up in Hartford recently at the Old State House noon conversation about bicycles, past, present, and future. Joe Buda, who is responsible for putting together the Simsbury Historical Society Pedal Power exhibit, was in the audience and brought up Simsbury's many bike achievements, including our #1 bike-friendly status.
Back to the subject of bike-friendly communities, there's been a grant from Simsbury, and we're rated #1 in the state, and they just applied for silver level. And they're working diligently in all these areas, as well as an awareness of the history of bicycles at past, present, and future. We have an exhibit, for example, at the Simsbury Historical Society currently right now on that topic. What are other towns? I mean, how is the movement going overall in the different towns within the state?
Are you asking me? Yeah. That's great that you got to put a plug in for Simsbury, and I think, and it's well deserved too. And I think what you have in Simsbury is the top down and the bottom up working together collaboratively, and things happen where people get involved. And I think actually when I was in Simsbury last weekend, I saw a lot of people out on bikes, and it felt to me almost as if it was expected. If you're coming to Simsbury, you better be bike friendly. That's the feeling that I got going through there. And I think Simsbury is a good role model. So we are seeing people get involved at different levels in different ways, whether they are in rural communities or suburban communities. But I think the message is starting to resonate. However, when I was just at the Transportation Forum yesterday with the gubernatorial candidates, there was nothing said about biking and walking as part of our transportation plan. So yes, we have work to do. We're making some strides on the local levels, but we've got to raise the standards at the state level.
In Simsbury School News, International Walk to School Day is October 8th. 3 schools in Simsbury are participating. Latimer Lane on October 8th, Squadron Line on October 10th, and Tooten Hills on October 22nd. Tooten Hills also has a weekly Walking Wednesday series through the month of October. Also on October 22nd, during the Tooten Hills Walk to School event, there will be a ribbon cutting at the end of the bike path by the Town Forest baseball field to celebrate the resurfaced path. The Simsbury Latimer Lane Elementary School PTO will hold its All 4 Kids consignment sale on Saturday, October 15th from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the school gymnasium. The sale will include gently used quality children's fall and winter clothing, outerwear, shoes, and boots. The sale will also include a huge selection of toys, books, games, outdoor play equipment, sports equipment, and baby strollers and furniture. You can visit their Facebook page for more information. The Simsbury Registrars of Voters is offering some Simsbury students the opportunity to work at the polls for the November 4th election. They are paid positions and include a short training session on the morning of Saturday, October 18th, and a very long workday on November 4th, a no-school day. If you're interested, you can contact Democratic Registrar Karen Cortez at 860-658-3267 or Republican Registrar Margaret Dyschenko at 860-658-3269. On Election Day, all voters will be electing members of the General Assembly and their congressional representatives, in addition to a governor, lieutenant governor, secretary of the state, comptroller, treasurer, and attorney general. In Simsbury, which is in the 5th Congressional District, voters will choose between Democratic incumbent U.S. Representative Elizabeth Esty and Republican Mark Greenberg. For the House and Senate, Simsbury voters have a choice between incumbent Democratic State Representative John Hampton, Republican Simsbury Selectman Cheryl Cook, and unaffiliated petitioning candidate Robert Kalishman. In the state Senate race, incumbent Republican State Senator Kevin Witkos is being challenged by Simsbury resident Democrat Melissa Osborne. The League of Women Voters has organized a debate of the 16th District State Representative candidates on October 7th at 7 p.m. in the auditorium of Eno Memorial Hall. If you can't attend, SCTV will record the debate for later broadcast and on-demand viewing. Absentee ballots are available for the November 4th election in the Simsbury Town Clerk's office starting on October 3rd. The Simsbury Land Trust has lots of events coming up this fall, including their major fundraiser, which is Thursday, October 23rd at the Riverview, called Farms, Forks, and Frames. It is an art auction and dinner featuring local farm fresh foods and the paintings of local artists. Bob Maxon will be the auctioneer, and there will also be a silent auction. Tickets are $75 per person and are available on the Simsbury Land Trust website. They have a great kid-friendly hike to the Indian Council Caves and Beaver Pond on the Tunxus Trail in Barkhamsted on October 18th at 10 a.m. They are starting from the access at Leggett Road off Route 179, and a carpool will be available. The hike is approximately 2 miles round trip and will take about 3 hours on mostly easy terrain. RSVP to Karen at 860-658-6530. This week's update from the Simsbury Culture, Parks, and Recreation Department includes news that is now accepting applications for part-time ice rink positions. The job openings are for ice skating instructors and rink guards. Check their website for more information. Registration is underway for the Henry James Middle School after-school ski program. The first 50 participants registered are guaranteed a spot in the program. A waiting list will be created after that. If they reach at least 85 students and find enough chaperones, they'll set up a second bus. You can register online, where you can also print out and complete Ski Sundown's waiver form. This form will need to be returned to the Rec Department within 1 week of your online registration date in order for your registration to be fully confirmed. Parks and Rec is also offering 2 babysitter safety courses, one for 10 to 13-year-olds and another for teens 13 to 16 years old. Both courses will be held on October 13th at the Apple Barn. And for more information or to sign up for Parks and Rec's classes, you can go to their website, www.simsburyrec.com. For Simsbury Seniors, the annual Senior Citizens Night at Simsbury High School is scheduled for Tuesday, October 7th at the high school. Enjoy a free pizza and salad dinner at 5 and watch the girls' field hockey game at 6 p.m. The Aging and Disability Commission's Super Tuesday Lunch and Fashion Show is scheduled for Tuesday, October 14th, starting at noon. Enjoy a free sandwich, dessert, and coffee, followed by a fashion show of unique clothes from the Second Chance shop. And coffee with the First Selectman, Mary Glassman, will be held at the Senior Center on Thursday, October 16th from 10 to 11 a.m. To sign up for the Senior Center events, you can go to the town's website, simsbury-ct.gov/senior center. The guest at the next Simsbury Retired Men's Luncheon on Tuesday, October 14th is Jerry Roberts. He is the author of the book, The British Raid on Essex, The Forgotten Battle of the War of 1812. The former director of the Connecticut River Museum, Roberts has also produced a video on the battle and last summer's reenactment, which can be found online. The Simsbury Retired Men's Luncheon program meets on the second Tuesday of each month from September through May in the Fellowship Hall on the lower level of the First Church of Christ. McLean has scheduled a series of programs on Alzheimer's, dementia, and the impact it has on caregivers. They are all being held at McLean's Burkholder Community Center at 6 p.m. The next program, on October 15th, examines what is happening inside the brain and how to best connect with a person with Alzheimer's. The October 22nd program focuses on finding the most appropriate place for a loved one and how to manage the application process. To attend any or all of the seminars, you can call 860-658-3786. The Friends of Simsbury Public Library have booked best-selling author Katrina Kennison for its fall luncheon on October 23rd. Kennison is the author of 3 books in which she traces the seasons of family life: Mitten Strings for God, The Gift of an Ordinary Day, and A Magical Journey, An Apprenticeship in Contentment. Her books deal with how she discovers that she should stop searching for the perfect life and learn to enjoy the life she has, imperfect, fleeting, and ordinary, but hers. The lunch is from 12 to 2 p.m. at the Hot Meadow Country Club. Reservations are required by October 13th, and you can get a form online at the library's website, simsburylibrary.info. A reminder to Simsbury residents, the town of Simsbury, in partnership with CCM's prescription program, gives Simsbury residents who don't have insurance or who have prescriptions which are not covered by insurance the opportunity to purchase medications at reduced rates. The program is providing an average savings of 50% off the retail price of prescriptions. The card may also be used to reduce the cost of vision care, LASIK, and hearing services. Cards are available at Town Hall or at Eno. You can also go online and print a card, which will become effective immediately upon printing, and the website address is ctrxdiscountcard.com. Simsbury Community Television covers many town government meetings, more than many other access stations, giving Simsbury residents extraordinary access to their town government. We couldn't do it without volunteers. Recording board and commission meetings used to involve several hours of standing behind a camera right in the middle of the meeting room. These days, it's much more high-tech, with volunteers operating the cameras remotely, almost like a combination of playing a video game with security cameras. If you would like to learn how to volunteer, come visit SCTV in the lower level of Eno Memorial Hall. You can call us at 860-658-1720, or you can email us at simtv@yahoo.com. That's it for this week. Thank you for joining us. I'm Karen Handville, and we are SCTV, your town, your schools, your government.